Hi, it's Bunny again. I just wanted to come on here to talk about the Claressa Shields situation. So, if you don't know, Claressa Shields is a hood booger turned professional boxer who is the side chick turned boyfriend to professional social climber Papoose, the ex-wife to Remy Ma. So very messy, much like Clarence. She had her birthday photo shoot and looked a damn mess. People were roasting her, but she focused on the light-skinned women, of course, because exoticals live rent-free in unambiguous women's heads and are desperate for approval from us. Let's break down what was said point by point. So it's the tired-ass humbling tactics they always use. She thinks she's all that because she's light-skinned. Light-skinned women are funny-looking, are obsessed, etc. I'm just going to be blunt. I can guarantee you there is no light-skinned woman jealous of Clarence. I'd like to see the proof.
No way. I want to see the receipts.
Hi, it's Bunny again. I just wanted to come on here to talk about the Claressa Shields situation. So if you don't know, Claressa Shields is a hood booger turned professional boxer who is the side chick turned boyfriend to professional social climber Papoose, the ex-wife to Remy Ma. So very messy, much like Clarence. She had her birthday photo shoot and looked a damn mess. People were roasting her, but she focused on the light-skinned women, of course, because exoticals live rent-free in unambiguous women's heads and are desperate for approval from us. Let's break down what was said point by point. So it's the tired-ass humbling tactics they always use. She thinks she's all that because she's light-skinned. Light-skinned women are funny-looking, are obsessed, etc. I'm just going to be blunt. I can guarantee you there is no light-skinned woman jealous of Clarence. I'd like to see the proof. And calling them redbones. Is that not upholding colorism? Y'all said to stop calling light-skinned women redbone because it's upholding colorism. But I guess it's okay to call them that when you want to insult them. And then the funny-looking light-skinned women thing. It's just tired now. What makes them funny-looking? Please, Clarence, point at each feature that makes them funny-looking? Because I'm starting to think there's a slight racist element to calling MLS women funny-looking. I might be reaching, but every time I hear this comment, it's always to MLS women who have features that show their mixed background. For example, a stereotypical Jewish nose, thinner lips, or a long face. But if we were to call these women funny-looking and say, well, y'all's jaws are big, and you look like a man, we're colorist and racist. But anyways, she says she's her ancestors' dreams, and at first, I agreed. And then I said, wait a damn minute. No, the heck she's not. I'm sorry, but I don't think her ancestors' dream is her doing modern-day plantation boxing matches where she fights, possibly gets injured and gets paid, but is definitely not getting paid like the white people who own the UFC. I think her ancestors would be happier to hear she owns the UFC, but maybe that's just me. Y'all let me know if I'm doing too much. Moving on. Yes, Clarence, you are strong in the face and body. I don't look at you and see the epitome of beauty. It's nothing to do with your race or skin tone, but everything to do with your muscle mass and how your features come together. I don't understand why women like this already seem to get comments on being masculine and still go into stereotypically masculine professions and then cry when people see them as such. She then tries to pull the I love everyone speech, and I'm not buying it. I don't believe one bit that she actually loves light-skinned women like she claims. I wouldn't have much of a problem with her saying all of this if it genuinely was colorist light-skinned women only bashing her, and if she worded it differently. But that's simply not the case. And I'm surprised how many people are actually going against her and saying she's lying. And they saw more or equal amounts of dark-skinned women bashing her, or saying even worse things to her. She says she has high self-esteem, and they're threatened by that. But I don't know anyone with high self-esteem who would go on the internet to complain and bash a whole group of people because you have an internalized complex with your phenotype and not so secretly feel threatened by light-skinned women. I really don't care that she keeps defending herself by saying she has a light-skinned best friend. Y'all claim exoticals are the white people of the black community, but look at what y'all are saying. That doesn't read as a white person trying to say they're not racist because they have a black friend to you. This is all proof that light-skinned women are on a pedestal because you are held to a higher standard. You can't say someone's outfit is ugly, especially if it's on an unambiguous dark-skinned woman, because according to their narrative you're punching down. And we all know they are attention, or more specifically validation starved. Also, I forgot to mention the title of this slide is a direct quote from Clarence when she was doing her photo shoot. I think she was wearing a 613 wig while saying this, which is very telling. I have another part of this video that is a little unhinged, but before I get to that, I just want to say to my light-skinned women, y'all know my content is more so geared towards brown/dark skin exoticals, because I can't speak from a lighter-skinned woman's perspective. But don't let ugly hoes get you down. They hate you because they want to be you. Colorism existed before you, and will unfortunately exist after you. Now on to the mess that I wrote down before I really analyzed the situation. Number 1. Y'all said barely anyone is light-skinned. According to y'all, there's few light-skinned women. So how would there be so many light-skinned women who are hating on you? Wouldn't the numbers show that there are actually not enough light-skinned women to hate on you at the rate you're claiming? Is everyone in Houston light-skinned with green eyes, or are there barely any light-skinned women? I need y'all to pick quickly. Number 2. Y'all are always telling exoticals we're basic, and what's there to be jealous of, so let me flip it on y'all. Please tell me, Clarence and Bottom Barrel Brenda's, what is so exceptional about you besides you being a boxer? To be blunt, you're not exceptionally beautiful, striking, and I could argue you're not that talented. I'm pretty sure I could throw a rock in the hood and hit at least 15 women that look like you and can fight as well as you do. Heck, I could argue you believe it too. You literally were challenging random women in the hood to fight you. Number 3. This narrative of it's the basic light-skins/ugly light-skinned women hating on you kind of invalidates y'all's argument about colorism and is so played out. Y'all act like being light-skinned is a saving grace, so please tell me why there would even be ugly light-skinned women. If you're trying to argue that someone is ugly, but not seen as such solely because of them having a light skin tone, then wouldn't they still be attractive? If only y'all are calling them ugly, and other people whose validation you want, or just people in general, are socially validating this person by calling them pretty, etc., then you might just be the odd one out. Just because you don't find these women pretty doesn't mean that they aren't. According to y'all's colorism logic, it shouldn't matter. Also, if these so-called basic light skins are benefiting from colorism, despite you finding them to not be all that pretty, then why would you care? And why would they even bother you? Surely the almighty shield of light skin privilege should be enough that they don't care about what dark-skinned women are doing? Or are we buying into this over-sensationalized dream that some dark-skinned women have that all light-skinned women they don't find attractive are secretly jealous of them, despite these women quite literally having nothing to be jealous of? That's the problem that I have with this narrative. It's blown way out of proportion. I don't doubt there are light-skinned women who are jealous of dark-skinned women and vice versa. But every time I hear this narrative, it's always the most basic-looking dark-skinned woman claiming that they're the best thing since sliced bread, and all light-skinned women are so jealous of them. And I'm confused. I thought y'all said light-skinned women only hang out together, and you don't befriend light-skinned women because they're colorist. How are y'all even in proximity to these women for you to be hated on? And I know y'all are going to say, well, they can hate on you through social media. But going back to y'all's narrative about colorism, surely the way y'all talk about light-skinned women, she wouldn't even have time to be hating on a random dark-skinned woman. She's too busy so-called replacing y'all in movies.